Article 110.3b of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, addresses the accessibility of electrical equipment. This article states that equipment shall not be placed so as to prevent access to operating or maintenance space. This requirement ensures that personnel can safely access and work on electrical equipment, as well as quickly exit the area in case of an emergency. The interpretation of this article implies that an electrical panel must be accessible without any obstructions. These obstructions include fixed objects such as furnaces or any other permanent structure that would impede access to the panel or block the path to an exit. The primary intent is to provide a clear and unobstructed path for electricians or other qualified personnel to safely operate, maintain, and, if necessary, quickly evacuate the area surrounding the electrical panel. Firstly, the NEC mandates sufficient working space around electrical equipment. This working space, as defined in Article 110.26a, provides enough room for personnel to safely perform their tasks. The dimensions of the working space, including the depth, width, and height, are determined by the voltage of the equipment and the specific conditions present. Secondly, Article 110.26a specifically addresses the need for clear access and egress from the working space. It states that at least one entrance of sufficient area shall give access to the working space about electrical equipment. For equipment rated 1200 amps or more and over 6 feet wide, there shall be an entrance at each end of the working space. A personnel door intended for entrance to an egress from the working space shall be at least 24 inches wide and 6.5 feet high. These regulations are put in place to ensure that personnel can enter and exit the working space quickly and safely. Thirdly, Article 110.26c2 deals with entrance to an egress from working space. For equipment working space, the entrance to an egress from the required working space shall be provided as follows. Where the equipment is located so that the entrance to the required working space has a drop of more than 1.5 meters or 6 feet, a permanent stair or ladder shall be provided. Where the equipment rated 1200 amps or more contains overcurrent devices, switching devices, or control devices, there shall be one entrance to an egress from the required working space not less than 24 inches wide and 6.5 feet high at each end of the working space. It is acceptable where the location permits a continuous and unobstructed way of egress travel. The NEC guidelines on working space and clear access are fundamental to electrical safety. They are designed to protect personnel from electrical hazards and ensure that they can perform their duties safely and efficiently. These guidelines help to minimize the risk of electrical shock, arc flash, and other potential dangers associated with working on or near electrical equipment. The importance of a clear path to an exit cannot be overstated. In the event of an electrical fault, such as a short circuit or an arc flash, a rapid and unobstructed escape route is crucial. Obstructions in the path to an exit can delay evacuation, increasing the risk of injury or even death. Fixed objects, such as furnaces, storage cabinets, or other equipment, can impede movement and create a tripping hazard, further complicating the escape process. The NEC emphasizes the importance of maintaining a safe working environment around electrical equipment. This includes not only providing adequate working space but also ensuring that the area is free from hazards that could impede access or egress. Regular inspections and maintenance of the area around electrical panels are essential to identify and remove any potential obstructions. In addition to the specific requirements outlined in the NEC, it is also a good practice to implement additional safety measures to enhance the accessibility and safety of electrical equipment. This can include providing adequate lighting, installing warning signs, and training personnel on emergency procedures. Firstly, adequate lighting is essential for ensuring that personnel can clearly see the electrical equipment and the surrounding area. This helps to prevent accidents and allows for a quicker response in the event of an emergency. Secondly, warning signs can be used to alert personnel to potential hazards, such as the presence of live electrical equipment or the need to wear personal protective equipment. These signs should be placed in prominent locations and should be easily visible. Thirdly, training personnel on emergency procedures is crucial for ensuring that they know how to respond in the event of an electrical fault or other emergency. This training should include instructions on how to safely shut down equipment, evacuate the area, and provide first aid. The application of Article 110.3b can vary depending on the specific circumstances of the installation. In some cases, it may be necessary to relocate equipment or modify the layout of the area to ensure that a clear path to an exit is maintained. It is important to carefully consider the potential impact of any obstructions on the accessibility and safety of the electrical equipment. When evaluating compliance with Article 110.3b, it is essential to consider not only the presence of fixed objects but also the potential for temporary obstructions. For example, storage of materials or equipment in the area around the electrical panel can create a temporary obstruction that impedes access or egress. It is important to establish procedures to prevent the accumulation of such obstructions and to ensure that the area around the electrical panel is kept clear at all times. The interpretation of Article 110.3b may also be influenced by local codes and regulations. Some jurisdictions may have additional requirements or interpretations that further clarify the meaning of this article. It is important to consult with local authorities to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. In summary, Article 110.3b of the NEC requires that electrical equipment be accessible without any obstructions that could impede access or egress. This requirement is essential for ensuring the safety of personnel who work on or near electrical equipment. By maintaining a clear path to an exit, minimizing the risk of injury or death in the event of an electrical fault can be achieved. The NEC guidelines on working space and clear access are designed to protect personnel from electrical hazards and ensure that they can perform their duties safely and efficiently. The NEC requirements are not suggestions, they are codes. The requirements for access and working space are in place for the safety of electrical workers and for ease of maintenance and operation of electrical equipment. Firstly, Article 110.26 specifies the working space required in front of electrical equipment. The depth of this working space depends on the voltage of the equipment and the condition of the area opposite the equipment. Secondly, the width of the working space must be at least 30 inches or the width of the equipment, whichever is greater. Thirdly, the height of the working space must be at least 6.5 feet or the height of the equipment, whichever is greater. In addition to the working space requirements, the NEC also specifies requirements for access to and egress from the working space. Article 110.26c states that there must be at least one entrance to and egress from the required working space. If the equipment is rated 1200 amps or more and is over 6 feet wide, there must be an entrance at each end of the working space. These entrances must be at least 24 inches wide and 6.5 feet high. The NEC also prohibits the placement of equipment in locations that would obstruct access to or egress from the working space. This means that equipment cannot be placed in front of or near the entrance to the working space. The equipment must be positioned in a way that allows workers to easily and safely enter and exit the working space. In the scenario described, where a furnace is blocking the path to an exit from an electrical panel, this would be a violation of Article 110.3b and potentially Article 110.26e. The furnace is a fixed object that is preventing access to the operating or maintenance space around the electrical panel, and it is also blocking the path to an exit. This situation would need to be corrected to comply with the NEC. Firstly, the furnace could be relocated to a different location where it would not obstruct access to the electrical panel. Secondly, the electrical panel could be relocated to a different location where there would be a clear path to an exit. Thirdly, the layout of the room could be modified to create a clear path to an exit around the furnace. The specific solution will depend on the specific circumstances of the installation. However, the goal is to ensure that there is a clear and unobstructed path to an exit from the electrical panel. It is important to note that the NEC is a minimum standard for electrical safety. Some jurisdictions may have additional requirements or interpretations that are more stringent than the NEC. It is always a good idea to consult with local authorities to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. Maintaining a safe working environment around electrical equipment is essential for protecting workers from electrical hazards. By following the NEC guidelines on working space, access, and egress, electrical workers can safely operate, maintain, and repair electrical equipment. In conclusion, Article 110.3b of the NEC is a critical safety requirement that ensures electrical equipment is accessible and that there is a clear path to an exit. Obstructions, such as furnaces, that block this path are a violation of the code and must be corrected to ensure the safety of electrical workers. Remember to consult with local authorities and follow all applicable codes and regulations to maintain a safe working environment around electrical equipment. Also, remember to keep the area around the panel clear of any clutter or debris that could impede access or egress. This includes tools, equipment, and other materials. A clean and organized workspace is a safe workspace. Finally, make sure that all electrical workers are properly trained on the NEC requirements for working space, access, and egress. This training should include hands-on demonstrations of how to safely enter and exit the working space around electrical equipment.